Hey everyone, this is Prince Vegeta. You guys may know me as JB, and what a week this has been. There's been so much going on, and today I just now was looking on Twitter, and we've lost another amazing person that is absolutely one of the reasons that I even have a career, and that's Akira Toriyama. He has passed away. He passed away on March 1st due to an acute subdural hepatoma. I may be pronouncing that wrong. I apologize. I saw someone post it. It's been all over. He died at 68, and he was in the process of making a lot of things with great enthusiasm from what this says. I'm going to read from one of the letters that was put out. Dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st due to an acute subdural hepatoma. He was in the age of 68. It's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. Also, he would have many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks to the support of many people around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. That's a long time. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. And I think that goes without question that all of us will continue to keep his memory alive through all those wonderful creations that we've been able to enjoy. We inform you this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during his lifetime. Funeral service was held with his family and very few relatives. Following his wishes for tranquility, we respectfully inform you that we would not accept flowers, condolences, gifts, visiting, offerings, and others. Also, we ask you to refrain from conducting interviews with his family. Future plan for Comrade Gathering is not decided. We will let you know when it's confirmed. We deeply thank you for your understanding and support, as always. Reading this and just trying to process it all, as you guys know, a couple years back, we lost Hiromi Suru, who was the original Japanese voice actress for Bulma, and that really affected me a lot more than I thought it would. I mean, I grew up with the English dub, but when I got to be a young teenager, I started really watching it in the sub a lot more, and, rewatching a lot of Dragon Ball, it affected me deeply how she passed away. And now that we've lost Akira Toriyama, who without a doubt is one of the most, I would even argue, the most influential shonen artist, manga author to ever grace this earth, in my opinion. I think we can all say that old saying that Dragon Ball paved the way. I believe that fully, and even more so now than ever, because what a void. Not only from a creative standpoint and all these creations that he was a part of. You guys know he did Dragon Quest and many other things as well that I'm not even mentioning, Dr. Slump and all that. It's the fact that we will never be able to see another new creation of his. And that, it's a mixed thing. He lived to be 68. I mean, I guess some would argue that's a pretty decent living, but I mean, I still think that's pretty young in a way. It's a shame that he passed away. I really hate waking up and seeing this news. It's just honestly threw me through a loop. I can't even really process it all fully, because when you look at this whole thing and you look at all the memories and stuff, I remember years ago there was people, joking about, things, just looking back. I think one thing that we definitely should do as a fandom right now is be there for each other. This fandom has brought so much love. I know that there's a lot of hate in fandoms and a lot of things, and I know that Dragon Ball fans get a bad rap for a lot of things, but I want you to know that there has never been a more giving fan base than Dragon Ball fans, and there's never, and I mean this, never been more support from a fandom than from Dragon Ball, because I want you to know there have been people that have worked in this fandom and left us too soon, and this fandom helped those people, those families that were in need. My dear friend Reggie, who passed away a year ago, he left us too soon, and the fandom came together. And just like Akira Toriyama may have left us, granted it's 68, but a life lost is a life lost, and we need to be here together. There needs to be less toxicity. There needs to be less of that hatred. There needs to be less of that bad energy. And we need to focus on the good things, and we need to be there for everybody right now and in the future. I think I wanted to talk about all this because I'm kind of coming to terms with it myself. I mean, I don't know what to really say other than I wish my best to the family of Akira Toriyama, and I want to thank Akira Toriyama for creating these wonderful characters that have left a permanent impact on all of our lives in one way or the other. For me, without it, I wouldn't have a career, much less, I argue to wonder if I would even be alive, because there was times when I was younger and I was very depressed. I'm sorry, I was very depressed, and I came close many times to where I thought that I couldn't bear the world anymore. And there was Dragon Ball, you know? There was Akira Toriyama stories to help a young mind in a bad place kind of forget about those worries. And it means a lot to me that a person, whether or not people complain about, things about storytelling and things of that nature and criticize and stuff like that, there was such a enjoyment found with this whole thing. And it's a lot to sort of put into words, and I know I'm not doing the best job right now, and I don't know, I'm rambling, but this job also helped me in more ways than I can count, taking care of my family, taking care of myself, of course, but mainly my family, my mom and my dad, and their health isn't the best. And, this job has meant everything to me. And when I started doing this, I did it for fun and the shits and the giggles, and I didn't really plan on being a creator full time. But one of the things that I really wanted to do when I got into this fully is make people laugh and forget their problems. And I want to tell you that I've made plenty of mistakes during this time, but I do know one thing, and that's the heart of what I've always wanted to do is provide an escape like Akira did for me. I know that a lot of people may or may not like the stuff that I create, may or may not like me as a person, and that's okay. I just want people to know that your imagination and your creativity is yours to give to the world in the way you choose to give it to them. They may not always accept who you are or what you represent or what you do, but the people that you love and the people you hold dear will understand you more than the people a lot of the time that don't even know who you are. Sometimes it's the reverse of that, but the reality is that we're all here on this earth for a very short time. And what we do in that short time is we try to make the best of what we got. And sometimes we live longer than some, sometimes we live shorter than some. But I think that all of us should take this as a stark reminder that we are here on this life once, and we should do our best to try to live. We should try our best to make the most out of what we have and understand that life is very short, and it's best to have as few regrets as we can. I guess I'm kind of going on a tangent again, and I apologize for that. I just don't really know what to say. I know that there's a lot to, I'm sure there's people out there that can articulate this whole thing and put it into words better than I can, but when there's somebody that I really admire and there's somebody that I really care about, and to find out that they die, it affects me. I've done a few videos like this before, and I don't plan on doing a lot of these things because I don't ever fucking think, oh God, this is, someone's gonna pass away again. I contemplated even making this video, but I felt like it was good to talk and also spread the word for people that may or may not know, that watch me, that maybe don't have Twitter or whatever. This is just a sort of like for us to grieve together, if anything. It's a sad day. It's a very sad day. I know that a lot of you guys are going to be grieving in your own ways. I myself am, even now, and I can't even really wrap my head around it that he's been gone. But the one thing that I'll say before I leave is that he may have left this earth, but he'll never leave the hearts of all of us. He'll never, ever die, because his legend will live on through us, to our kids, to our grandkids, and so forth. We will carry on that legacy. That's one thing I do know. And I would like to say to you all, understand that a lot of these wonderful creators that you look up to, whether it be a YouTuber, whether it be an author, whether it be an artist, appreciate the time you have to enjoy what they provide. It's very easy to take for granted these wonderful human beings. And it's sometimes easy to forget that they are human beings. Sometimes we put them up on a pedestal. They're higher than that, but they are human beings. I've said this before, and I'll say it one more time. Take this moment to look around for the people that are close to you and tell them that you love them. Take this time and this moment to think about how you're going to utilize the time you have left. Maybe that argument that you had with a friend, maybe go tell them you're sorry. Maybe those things you did in the past, whether they were a mistake or whether you thought you were right, or maybe you were hard-headed, think about maybe going and apologizing if you feel that you could have handled things better. Any mistakes that you've made, utilize this time. I've been thinking about it a lot ever since, my friend passed away, and I still haven't really gotten over that or come to terms with it. I try, but I think about, so many things that I would have liked to do with that person. I just want to say one thing to Akira before I head out, and that's thank you for leaving an impact on me. Thank you for changing my life forever. Thank you for creating so many wonderful stories that will be carried down for countless generations long after you have left us. And when that time comes, when I eventually go and when everyone else does too, I have a feeling that Akira Toriyama will be on that other side, and he'll be waiting with a smile, and we can hug him and let him know how much we love him and loved him and what he meant to us in our life. And, I just have this vision in my head that Akira Toriyama is currently writing more stories right now, making things for the other people that are with him now. And I picture Reggie's there with him too, making moves, I can see that. This has been JB. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I love all of you, and I know we all loved Akira Toriyama in one way or the other. Some people may have not necessarily loved him, but they respected him, and now we're here grieving as a family, because we all are. Take care of yourselves, and whatever you need to do to help you through this process, do it with the people you love. Akira Toriyama, rest in peace. I love you. Until we see each other again.